Let's go over the VoIP protocol stack and think of it as like two planes that they're working in. You have the SIP plane and you have the RTP plane. And so SIP deals with all the signaling and the coordination of the calls, call setup, call teardown. It's the event planner of a call. And RTP deals with the media, the actual voice packets or the media packets that are being transferred. So, and both also have secure versions of themselves. And so let's go over SIP first. SIP deals with signaling. All right. So whenever you make a VoIP call, right, signaling is about the setting up, modifying, tearing down the call. It's negotiation before the actual call happens. So the session initiation protocol is done with signaling, and it's text-based, similar to HTTP methods. So if you looked at it like in Wireshark, you'd see, you know, register, invite, buy, so in text. So SIP doesn't carry voice; it just coordinates the call. So, and think of it like an event planner. RTP is about media, and it's the real-time transport protocol, and it runs on UDP, runs on UDP. All right. And so because real-time traffic values low latency over guaranteed delivery. So there's no guarantee of a delivery, but we assume that because it's low latency, that if a packet gets dropped, enough packets are going to be sent successfully that the user could put it together. And so with that, we can talk about the security layers. So there's SIP over TLS, there's SRTP, and there's DTLS SRTP, which is used with WebRTC. But let's talk about SIP over TLS. So it encrypts the signaling, encrypts the signaling. So like without it, the cost of this would be without it, your SIP register request literally shows your username and password in plain text. So we need it to be encrypted over, so SIP over TLS is what we use. SRTP is secure RTP. It encrypts the media stream. The media stream. So if someone's sniffing packets using a packet sniffer, it'll just see gibberish. It won't be able to see what you're saying in your call. And then DTLS SRTP is used in WebRTC, used in WebRTC. I should used in WebRTC, right? And it securely negotiates encryption keys before SRTP is used. So the picture here is SIP over TLS for signaling, and then SRTP for media. So now we can go over, and let's change this to VoIP protocol stack and call flow. And call flow. We have some time, so we can go over call flow here. Change this to a different color, and we'll call this call flow. Okay, so how does it work? How does it work? Number one, there's a register. Register. So SIP methods register. So there'll be a register will be the first thing that happens. So let's say, call flow of Alice calling Bob. All right. So we have a register. So Alice's phone sends register to the PBX. So it's like, hi, I'm extension blah, 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 and I'm reachable at this IP address. So, and then PBX replies 200, okay. All right. And then the next thing that happens is the invite. So Alice dials Bob. So Alice, so Alice's phone sends an invite. So I'd like to talk to extension blah, blah, blah for Bob. All right. Then trying, the next one is trying, ringing, right? The PBX replies 100 trying, meaning I got your request. I got your request. All right. And then forwards, then PBX forwards invite to Bob. All right. Um, Bob's phone rings, and the PBX relays back 180 ringing to Alice. So in everything that's capitalized, these are the SIP methods that are being used. Again, to coordinate the call. We're seeing how this call is happening. We're not at media yet. We're just looking at the coordination of it. Sends the register to the PBX. PBX replies 200 OK. Then there's the invite. Alice dials Bob. Alice's phone sends an invite. The PBX replies 100 trying. I got your request. PBX forwards the invite to Bob. Bob's phone rings and the PBX relays back 180 ringing to Alice. Okay, so then we have 200 OK. So Bob answers. Bob answers the call. His phone sends the 200 OK back to the PBX. There's an acknowledgement. All right, there's an ACK, an acknowledgement, right? Alice acknowledges with an acknowledgement, ACK. Now the signaling is complete. Now signaling is complete. Now media with RTP. Now media with RTP. Audio packets begin to flow between Alice and Bob. And if you're using SRTP, it's securely transferred. It's encrypted. Using UDP, so there's no guarantee, but there's no guarantee of packets meeting their destination, but there's low latency, and now you're communicating back and forth. Okay, and then the last one is bye for signaling. When one side hangs up, a bye message is sent. The other side replies with a 200 OK. Let me just, other side replies 200 OK. Okay, so the flow. Let's just rehash the flow. So there's a register. Alice phone sends a register to the PBX. PBX replies 200 OK. Now Alice dials Bob. She sends an invite to Bob. Now there's a trying. PBX replies 100 trying. I got your request. PBX then invites Bob. Bob's phone rings and PBX replies 180 ringing. 200 OK. Bob answers the call, there's an acknowledgement. Now the call can begin with RTP. Then once someone hangs up, then there's bye being sent, and other side replies 200 OK. So this is a high level overview of the call, and then also of the protocol stack with SIP and RTP, and then a little bit about the security layers. So with that, I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much.